Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Another little fireside chat with you all. Um, I wanted to talk about tonight, well, first of all, let me just show you. Up here in Rochester, I like to drink Labatt's Blue. I know a lot of you guys are into the Budweiser. I think that's basically like drinking urine, but that's just my own personal opinion. This is a good Canadian beer, and we're close to the border, so just relaxing, having a beer, watching a little basketball tonight, sitting by the fire. We set a record here in Rochester last night of -4 degrees. The old record was in 1919 at -3, so it's a new record for us up here for coldest December, what was it, 16th, 17th, whatever day it is. So yeah, that was wonderful. Um, anyway, I wanted to talk about the psychological effect um, of a shit hit the fan situation. If everything went belly up, worst case scenario, how that's going to affect, especially kids. Okay, let's just not even how it's going to affect adults, but let's talk about how it's going to affect children too. And it's one of the reasons why I want to be off grid, because if I'm off grid and I have my own power source and have everything already set in place and have the the wood stove and and being self-sufficient and having my own water and everything to run that, um, there's no transition. Where in a worst case scenario, well, let's say the grid goes down and now all of a sudden all these amenities that we're used to are just not there anymore. How that's going to affect people psychologically is just it's actually devastating. I mean, it can be crippling actually. And you take a kid that's have everything that like we have today, and now all of a sudden they don't have any of that. They have no TV, they have no computer, they don't have their phone. I mean, they're going to lose their mind because they're not used to that. Where my generation, we grew up, we went outside and played until it got dark and then we came home. We had, 3 channels on TV, plus 21. And then when we got channel 31, I was a teenager when we got channel 31. It was like, yippee, another channel, So now, they're spoiled with 700 channels to choose from. And and all these young kids with all these telephones and stuff like that, everybody's got a cell phone. Well, you know what, my kids don't have a cell phone, and they don't need a cell phone at this age. I just think it's ridiculous that people have their kids having a cell phone at 11 and 12 years old or younger. It's just stupid. But if they want to piss away their money that way, that's their option. It's not necessary. She doesn't need a cell phone, especially my daughter. Once she starts babysitting and stuff like that, and if she wants to get a phone and a pay-as-you-go phone, then we may do something like that. But it's not a necessity. But getting back to my point, the effect on people when you have had all these amenities and you flip the switch and the lights go on and you turn your thermostat and the heat goes up and and you're used to that, and all of a sudden that's gone. It's just it's mind crushing. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, try it for a day. Turn your power off and see how everybody reacts. I mean, it's just, and that's just like one day. Think about it in a long-term situation. It's just, it's a very scary scenario. So, it's one of the things why I wanted to be off grid was because if I'm off grid already and they're used to being off grid, there is no transition because we're still going to have power. We're going to turn that light switch on and it's still going to go on because we have our own power source. And the other thing is getting up there, getting the bugs worked out, find out what works and what doesn't work before an end of the world type of situation happens. That's key, because once something goes down and things go bad, then it's too late. Something goes wrong, then you're pretty much screwed. So, those are things to think about. How are you going to react? You know, um, you know, I'm middle-aged. I'm probably 30 pounds overweight, and I say that probably more like 40. Um, you know, physically, I mean, I work out, I hit the gym, but it's just like the physical stamina that we need in a situation and the calories we're going to burn. It's going to be an adjustment for everybody. So, and then you think about our society, the United States of America being the fattest society in the world. I mean, so many people are 100, 150 pounds overweight. How are they going to react when they can't even hardly walk up the stairs to get to the refrigerator? So, those are things to think about, and the loss of life in the situations that are going to happen. I think about those things, and I want to try to, not isolate, but insulate, I think is probably the better word, my children, so that it's not a big deal if something does happen. It's not, the only difference is that they don't go to school and daddy doesn't go to work. We hunker down and we just take care of business as usual. So it's, those are things, something to think about. And, I just wanted to put that out there and, how are you going to react? It's something to think about, and where do you want to be? How prepared do you want to be? What things are you going to put in place to get yourself ready for a situation like that? Because it could happen. The grid ever goes down, boy, I'll tell you what, it's going to be an eye opener, you know. I mean, and it could happen. There's a lot of other scenarios that can happen too. I mean, but just something to think about. Everything changes. Nothing stays the same forever, and we've been very spoiled in this country. We feel we deserve what we have, and nobody deserves anything. So, think about those things. I hope everybody's doing well, and like I said, just having a nice night off. I'm relaxing. Kids are in bed, they're sleeping, and so just trying to enjoy the evening, and gonna hit the hay soon myself because I'm going on about 3 hours of sleep, and that's just not enough. So I try to short sleep myself on Tuesday so I can actually sleep through the night. So let me show you here, Maxie. This is Maximus. He's a good boy. He's my favorite cat, actually. Over here is Socks. She's a good girl too. We got these two guys at the same time. We got them at Lollipop Farm. Bella's upstairs with Heather, and Nancy's hiding in the basement because that's what she does. You've seen her in a few of the videos. If I'm in the basement doing a video, she's in my lap. So, well, listen. I hope everybody has a great night, and think about how it would affect you in a worst case scenario, and how prepared are you? What do you need to do to get yourself in a better situation? All right. Well, thank you for listening. Just something I was thinking about tonight, and I wanted to share it with you. Okay. Have a great night. Thank you. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.